Hey guys, so today we're going to be breaking down the part 2 characters of Dokkan's 9th anniversary here. I do have the translations done as we did with part 1. I will just quickly go through the details in this video, and I'll at the same time post the translations on my social media so that you guys can see those at the same time. Don't want to limit this to just my channel here. Alright, so let's just go through Gohan Beast first, and then we'll move on to the Gammas. The Gammas are literally 3 pages long. All right, so this is Gohan Beast. He's STR. This is New Power Beyond Ultimate. Leader skill is Superheroes, Bond of Master and Disciple or Miraculous Awakening. Key plus 3, 170% to stats. Then he gets an additional attack, or sorry, HP attack and defense 30% for characters who also belong to the Entrusted Will or Movie Heroes category. So it looks like a pretty good leader skill to me. He does have an entrance animation. The super attacks, we have the 12 key Murderous Demon Flash. Greatly raise attack for 1 turn, raise defense for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage. The 18 key, the Ravaging Lightning Wave. Greatly raise attack, that is an infinite stack. He is then raising defense for 4 turns, and he's causing mega colossal damage. He also does have a unit super attack with Piccolo. This is the Master and Student Special Beam Cannon. The condition for this is activates when an ally whose name includes Piccolo, excluding Demon King and Majin Buu, attacking in the same turn and key is 18 or higher. This is going to greatly raise attack, infinitely again, raise defense for 4 turns, cause mega colossal damage, and he's going to raise allies' chance to perform a critical hit by 20% for 1 turn, and disable enemy action once within the turn. So he does have the action cancel mechanic attached to the unit super attack there. His passive is pretty long here. The Beast Unleashed activates the entrance animation upon entry once only. He gets key plus 8 and chance to perform a critical hit and reduce damage received by 40% for 5 turns from first appearance. Then he gets key plus 3, attack and defense 250%. That's his baseline start of turn buffs there. And then he has guard activated against all attacks unconditionally, just there. Then he gains an additional attack plus 50% when attacking and gains an additional chance to perform a critical hit, plus 20% when key is 24. Then he gains an additional defense plus 80% and reduces damage received by 20% when key is 24 when receiving an attack. So that entire portion here, this is all reliant on him receiving an attack first. So this is obviously a character they're wanting you to run in slot 1. Then he's going to gain key plus 1 in addition per key sphere obtained. A lot of ways to get key with this character. Then he's going to perform an additional super attack, and all allies gain key plus 3 for the turn other than this character after receiving an attack. So he's kind of supporting in that regard as a slot 1 character in addition to what he's already doing. Key plus 1 per attack received, max of key plus 5, and gains an additional attack and chance to perform a critical hit plus 20% per attack received during the turn. Which again is going to synergize really well with his active skill, which we're about to take a look at here. But the attack and crit from this have no limits. There's no max given on this. So I'll come back to this in 1 second. Gain an additional chance to perform a critical hit and reduce damage received by 20%. And all allies gain key plus 2 starting from the turn in which the character has performed their 5th attack or received their 8th attack in battle. Let me just add that real quick. In battle. All right, so the active skill is Gohan's Confidence. The conditions for this able to be activated starting from the turn after this character receives an attack once only. So you can theoretically you can activate this on turn 3 if you have Gohan in turn 1. Very, very easy condition. The ability is he gets 24 key, he gets 158% multiplicative defense, and then he's going to redirect all enemy attacks to this character, and then he's going to perform guaranteed crits for 1 turn. And the reason why this is so insane is because if we look back to this is the portion of the passive to pay attention to. He's going to gain an additional attack and crit by 20% per attack received during the turn. Again, there's no limit on this. So what I think they want you to do is they want you to activate the active skill, put Gohan at the end in slot 3 of the rotation, take like 9 hits from the enemy, and then just blast him. Absolutely blast him with guaranteed crit and like a bajillion attacks. That is what that's going to be. That seems pretty insane to me. All right, so we do have some placeholders here for links and categories. I didn't have a chance to get to this yet, but I took these categories from the existing Ultimate Gohan. I wouldn't really look at these for now. Just skip this part right here. I'll update this before I post this on social media, but wanted to just get the information down that we saw from the live stream. All right, so now let's move on to the Gammas. The Gammas have quite a lot of information here. So let's start here with Gamma 1 and 2, the Brilliant Shining Heroes. So the leader skill is Superheroes, category key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 200%. Their 12 key is the Victory Combination, raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. 18 key is the Super Gamma Blast, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. So pretty generic super attack effects here for now. The passive is the Power of Superheroes, key plus 3, attack and defense plus 125%. Then they're going to gain an additional key plus 3 and another attack and defense 125% when HP is 30% or higher. Pretty easy to do. Then they're going to give Superheroes, Joined Forces, and Defender of Justice category allies 3 key and 50% attack and defense. Then they gain a chance to perform a critical hit plus 30% when perform an additional super attack up to twice per turn per int key sphere obtained. So if they get 2 int key spheres, they're going to be getting 60% crit and do 2 additional supers, so it's pretty powerful. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 12% and perform an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack up to twice per turn per AGL or STR key sphere obtained. So basically, if you can't get in key spheres, you can grab AGL or STR key spheres for a slightly less powerful effect. Then they gain an additional attack and defense plus 50% and reduce damage received by 30% starting from the turn this character performs their 3rd attack in battle. Then, of course, they have a standby here. Able to be used when HP is 70% or less after this character has attacked 3 or more times in battle once only. And then obviously the ability is enter into standby mode for 4 turns. And they have the same charge count mechanic that Sword of Hope Trunks has. So it's going to increase by 1 charge count for each ally that performs an attack on your team. Again, similar to the Beast Gohan, I just have these categories here as placeholders from the existing gammas that we have in the game already. So I'm going to update this and the links before I post on social media, but I just wanted to put this here as a placeholder. All right, so this is the standby mode version of the character. Their super attack effects, so the 12 key is going to remain the same, just going to keep the 1 turn 30% raise and does colossal damage. The 18 key is the Super Gamma Blast, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and now they're raising super class allies defense by 50% for 1 turn. So they will be a very powerful character to put in slot 1 if you want to get that effect for the entire rotation. And then they of course have a finisher. This is going to be the Do or Die full energy release. And then the condition is going to be able to be used when charge count is 1 or more. So whenever you have done 1 attack with your team, you can use this if you want to. And then the effect is they're going to temporarily raise attack by 100% per charge count, and they're going to cause super ultimate damage, stuns the enemy for 1 turn, and he's going to exchange with Gamma 1, obviously because Gamma 2 sacrifices himself in the animation. And then for the standby passive here, we have 1 and 2's resolution, so key plus 6, attack and defense plus 250%, and reduce damage received by 50%. Then they're going to gain an additional attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. Superheroes, Joined Forces, Defender of Justice category allies, key plus 3, attack and defense plus 50%. And then we sort of have the same thing here. The only thing that really changes with this character here with their post standby form here, or I guess they're in the middle of their standby, is this first portion. Everything after this highlighted portion is the same as we saw with the pre-standby. They're just basically combining the first 2 parts to 6 key and then 250% attack, and they're getting the 50% reduced damage received right away. So that's why they're going to be a much better slot 1 character, it looks like there. And then we have a post standby mechanic here for Gamma 1 and 2. So basically after you use the finisher, this is what Gamma 1 is going to look like after you have done that. It's mostly the same. This is what Amatsu said. It's basically the same thing, but there's just 2 things that are different with the post standby mode Gamma 1. His 18 key and the passive change slightly. So the 18 key is the same as what we just saw above, except now he's going to give superclass allies defense by 50% for 2 turns instead of just 1 turn. Really strong. And then the passive, Entrusted Justice, key plus 3, attack and defense plus 150%, reduce damage received by 15%, gain an additional key plus 3 in attack and defense plus 150%, and reduce damage received by 15% if HP is 30% or higher. Gain an additional attack and defense plus 10% when attacking. Then he's going to, again, continue to give Superheroes, Joined Forces, Defender of Justice category allies 3 key, and then 50% attack and defense. Now, here's where things change a little bit. He's going to do a guaranteed additional super attack. He's going to change AGL key spheres to int key spheres, And then he's going to gain a chance to perform a critical hit plus 20% max of 100 and reduce damage received by an additional 10%, max of 50% per int or STR key sphere obtained. So if, again, he's going to be an orb changer to int, so you're going to want to prioritize the int if you can, but obviously if there's more STR for whatever reason on the board, you can take that instead. So those are going to be the full breakdowns for Beast Gohan and Gamma 1 and 2. As a reminder, Beast Gohan is a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, and the Gamma 1 and 2 are a Carnival LR on a Legendary Summon Carnival banner. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to quickly update this and post this to social media, update the links and categories. Let me know what you think of these characters. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.